This is the Jelly Epoch by Owlab, a boldly designed, somewhat highly sought after 75% that sounds absolutely delicious. Let's get into the unboxing. For this kind of board, you'd expect it to have exceptional packaging, and Owlab definitely doesn't disappoint on this front. The outside is really clean, on the side are our chosen options, and the box lifts upward. It's packed to the brim with foam, so I don't have to worry about FedEx tossing it around. This is a 75% layout, which I personally don't like too much, but it's definitely growing on me. It uses a special type of gasket mount that makes it extremely soft. There were 6 total colors: Dewdrop, Ink, Ruby, Sage, Navy, and a Mystery Special Edition, which turned out to be gray with a black PVD brass bottom weight, which in my opinion looks stunning. Included is a polycarbonate plate, but there was also an optional aluminum plate with leaf springs for added flex. The typing angle is 7 degrees. Today we have a Ruby hot swap unit with the included polycarb plate to build. Though I usually like buying boring colored boards and interesting colored keycaps, I thought I'd switch it around this time, and I definitely don't regret it. This red is stunning. Besides the already assembled case, daughter board, PCB, and polycarb plate, we get a little pouch with optional hot swap standoffs, stab shims because the PCB is extra thin, a daughter board cable, rubber feet, the jelly gaskets, and a piece of the PCB plate foam for the spacebar. Speaking of foams, we get 3: a case foam, PE foam for the PCB, and PCB plate foam, all of which we're going to use today. Because of the board's complex design, the assembly process is extra confusing, but I think it was definitely worth it. There are a multitude of pieces and different types of screws. I've of course already gone ahead and installed some Duroc V1 stabilizers, lubed with 205 grade 0 and XHT BTZ. Though the stab shims are recommended, they didn't fit for me, so I left them out. I ended up using regular old washers, and my stabs are fine and rattle free. We're going to add on the thin PCB foam, PCB plate foam, and plate. For switches, we're using Darling switches lubed with 205 grade 0. These are a Franken switch composed of kazoo bubblegum housings and Kelpro burgundy stems. We have more information on this Franken switch in our overview video, so if you think it's worth your time, be sure to check that out. When tested, their sound is similar to Gateron Black inks, so hopefully combined with the Jelly's super soft and unique sound profile, they can produce a nice stock. We're going to again throw GMK white on black on top, and in the future, this will be replaced by CRP round 4. Since GMK is ABS plastic and CRP is PBT plastic, CRP will sound slightly deeper than GMK, and I will upload a separate typing test video once the final board is complete. But for now, let's have a listen. There's that super unique sound profile. It's been described as the sound of marbles or small stones clinking together, and in real life, that pretty much holds up. This is mainly due to the PE foam that goes directly on top of the PCB, and we made a tutorial on how to do this mod on other boards as well, so check that out if you want a similar sound profile. The typing experience is super soft, and I think it's the softest I've ever felt. This is thanks to the jelly gaskets, which are custom silicone pieces that slot onto the plate, unlike traditional foam gaskets that stick to the plate. Like mode, I think the design is a bit polarizing. You either love it or you hate it. I find that boards designed by studios overseas have a more aggressive design as compared to US studios, which prefer something more minimal, and the jelly is no different. Originally, I didn't really like the design, and I bought it for its sound profile alone, but seeing it in person, the design is actually quite nice, other than that the typing angle is a bit steep for me. There isn't really a consistent language here, but if I can pick one word to describe it, I think it would be steampunk. The red portion is separated by a black middle piece which contains the strange badge on the left. This is the most controversial part of the design, and luckily you can remove it or even make your own since Owlab provides the dimensions. Under this is the hefty brass weight and acrylic RGB diffuser, screwed in sideways with these golden screws. The RGB LEDs are implemented into the center port data board, which is why it's such a strange shape. And since the LEDs face downward, the RGB is super dim. Nonetheless, I like how the lighting diffusion is integrated into the design and how it actually accents the board instead of being in your face. The only issue I really had was with the bottom rubber feet. Since the board is so heavy, sliding it around will actually cause the circular feet to become undone, and even with super glue, they don't want to stay in. I think this has something to do with the brass and how it responds to adhesives. So in conclusion, I really like seeing innovation in this hobby and designers being courageous enough to stray away from the sort of norm and try something new. Not only is this seen in the refreshing and interesting design, but in the mounting style and the popularization of the PE foam mod. Hopefully, Owlab recognizes the success of the Jelly and decides to adopt its best traits for a more accessible board in the future. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching this episode of nearLucid. If you like this video, drop a thumbs up. If you have feedback or questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. We'd be more than happy to answer. Also, these videos take lots of work, and by subscribing, you're letting us know that you want us to keep making them. And if you find my voice annoying, you can always unsubscribe. That's all for this video. I'll see you guys later.